friends, and welcome to my crafty space where I share my memory keeping projects and processes with all of you. If this is your first time here, then hello, my name is Crystal and I am so excited you're here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see all of my future crafty videos, and all of the links and products that I mention in this video I will have linked in that description box below. So today I am working on Project Life Week 6. I am working with the Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kit that came out in the middle of January, so it is February themed. And I already have all of my photos picked out and trimmed out and placed where I want them to go. So all I have left to do with this spread now is just to embellish and stamp and do the fun things. So what we'll do is we will fast forward the process here, and I will just talk over that and let you know what I'm doing. And then we'll come back at the end and slow it down and wrap everything up. So let's go ahead and speed you guys up and get to this. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is set the 2 pages to the side, and then I'm going to work on my title card. So for this title card, there is a very large space where I could put in my week number and my roller date stamps. So I got out my Ali Edwards weekly stamp to do week 06. I will be using my scrapbook.com premium dye ink to stamp those. It is by far my favorite black ink. If you've watched any of my videos, you know it is my favorite. So that is what I'm going with. And then my plan is to put that little pink, sorry, it is not pink. I don't know why I just said that. That little wood veneer heart inside the O of the love. But I wanted to add some color to this other than just the black, since there's not really a lot of, there's not dimension, there's not a lot of color other than the card itself. So I decided to pull over a scrapbook.com hybrid ink called, it's Yellow No. 2 or Rubber Ducky. And I'm going to ink one side of that heart to make it yellow before I add it to this card. I also, I don't have a lot of space in between the 2 date stamps, so I will draw a little black heart with a Sharpie pen in between it just to show, that there's, that it's from the 3rd to the 9th. Okay, so here I am doing the ink on the wood veneer. So all I did is I held it with my, the tips of my fingers and just dabbed it on the one side. And then I grabbed a pair of craft tweezers to hold it while I smushed it into the pad for the other side. Now, because there's still ink on that heart, I do turn it upside down to put adhesive on it on a scrap piece of paper. That way the ink won't get on my surface that I'm working on. I'm just going to use regular old adhesive and stick that down, and then this card is done. So there's the title. Next, I'm pulling over one of my journaling cards. This has got to be one of my favorite cards from this collection. I love the roses on it. So I decided to add another one of those wood veneer hearts to it, and I just left it, plain or naked or whatever you want to call it. I just left it plain because I thought it looked nice that way. Next, I am going to create a background to put these 6 little square photos on, and I wanted to use the stamp set, which has a flower outline-ish, this flower portion right here, and then there's the inside, the inside circle. So I'm trying out all kinds of different pink inks that I have, and I end up choosing the 2 first ones. I will actually bring over that yellow Rubber Ducky ink again and try that as the center for some of the flowers too, and I do like it. I just end up liking the pink on pink better. So once I have that all trialed, I will pull over a 4x6 piece of just plain white cardstock, and I will do a repeat pattern on that card with these pink florals. So when I'm doing that, I just randomly stamp and I try to make it look as balanced as possible while also keeping it random. Like I don't want them to be in columns or in like a perfect diagonal or anything. I just want it to be kind of random. I also make sure to stamp a little bit of the edges so that it looks as if it's going off the page. And the same thing with the centers. I'll try to make sure I put centers on all the ones on the edges where it, the center would be had I cut a piece of patterned paper. And then there it is. So there's the background. Now these little photos are ones that I took for the Everyday Selfie Love Challenge. I have not been keeping up very good on it since these 6 pictures, but hey, I have 6 right here. So I wanted to put a title on this card so I could remember why I have 6 selfies right on this card right here. So I grabbed one of the labels from this sticker sheet. It's in silver, and I'm just going to put it on the bottom, somewhat coming off, like where it's interacting with the edge. And then I will write on there that it is the Everyday Selfie Love Challenge. That way I can remember. Now those sticker labels are from a previous One Little Word Allie Edwards kit. Actually, they're from 2019's kit, and I do believe you can still order the sheets of label stickers from her website. So I will have that link down below for you guys in case you are interested in them because they are awesome. You get yellow, silver, and black. And I use all of them all the time, like literally all the time. Okay, so I've got all my pictures adhered onto that card. I am writing out my title, and this is just, again, it's just a Sharpie pen, like a fine point Sharpie pen. And now I'm going to move on to this next embellishment. So basically what I'm doing right now, before I pull over the entire spread to to work on it while I can see everything, first I'm trying to get all of my stamping done, and that way I don't make a mess on top of everything. So for this one, I had this really big wood veneer heart, and I thought maybe I could stamp onto the heart itself, and it works really nicely. So the stamp says a little story about life. I wonder if it says life right now. I think it just says a little story about life. And so I did the same thing where I did a repeat stamp all the way down it, and I tried to vary it so it wasn't all the same, where it was more random. So then I pulled over the entire spread so that I could look at it all together and figure out where I want to put my chipboard and where I want to put any other embellishments or if anything needs to move around. So I am going to work on this for a little bit with chipboard stickers from the kit and with the cardstock heart stickers from the kit, as well as some labels where I will write in more of my journaling from the week. Because as you can see, I only have the 2 journaling cards in this spread where I was able to do some journaling. So while I am working on this portion, let's go ahead and walk through the pictures from this week and let's talk about what happened. So underneath my title card, underneath the Love Week card, there is a picture of my coffee mug standing by the window when it is pitch black outside. So starting this past week, so now we're in the middle of week 2 of this new habit, my husband Aaron and I have decided that we are going to bed earlier and we are getting up earlier. So we have been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and trying to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. Now, we're not perfect, but we do pretty much get up between 5 and 5:30 in the morning. So that picture with the coffee cup was the first day that we did that. So that was to remind me that I did it. I woke up at 5, which I'm a night person, so that was hard. Underneath that is just a random picture of my son. He was sitting on a chair. I think I was taking pictures of some projects that I had finished, and it was a sunny day, and he climbed up in the chair next to me and just was cheesing. So I took some pictures, and this one was really cute. So into the album it goes. Then next to the love card is a screenshot of my Instagram account this week. So during week 6, I hit 2,000 followers on my account. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, thank you so much. Like, it is so surreal. I can't even believe it. It's very humbling and very exciting, and I love being able to document stuff like this to look back on in years to come. Underneath that, I have a picture of a group of ladies that I meet up with to scrapbook with occasionally. So that was our group right before we were heading out for the day. I had a lot of fun at that. It's always nice to get around like-minded crafters. Next to that is a picture of my daughter in a princess costume. So she just recently has started getting into playing dress up, and it is the most adorable thing on the planet. Like, I remember playing dress up as a little girl, and so for her to like come upstairs in all these new outfits, or like, I don't know, have me help her look for crowns and necklaces and high heels, which, by the way, she calls heel highs, right? Yes, heel highs. It's so funny. I love it. Yeah, it's so cute. So I definitely wanted to grab a picture of that and document that she is like getting into dress up, and that just makes my heart smile. Underneath that is my selfie, my everyday selfie love photos. So we already kind of talked about that. Then on the next page is basically all of our weekend. So we had a couple of friends come over on Saturday for dinner and board games and had a super fun time. The lady is actually a friend of mine from middle school. So we've known each other since we were like 12, maybe even younger, maybe 11 or 12. So it's really fun to get together with her and her husband now all these years later. And we have the best time. And then under that was a picture of my husband. He was sitting with the kids and they both fell asleep on him, and it was just super duper cute. And then there is a picture of him rolling up tortilla balls. So he made homemade tortillas for the first time for us, which is hilarious because he is half Mexican. So you would think he makes tortillas all the time, but that is not the case. So those were pictures of his first ever tortillas, homemade tortillas that he was making for us, because we hosted some of his family over on Sunday. Most of his cousins, who all have kids around the same ages as our kids, and we had an absolute blast with them. It was so fun to have them all over here. And wouldn't you believe that I did not get a single picture, not one, of anybody. I couldn't believe it. Like, the night was over and I had not a single picture. I don't even know who I am anymore. So instead, I took a picture of my dirty sink with all of the dishes from the night. So that is my commemorative photo that we had everybody over. And then I added some journaling down in the actual journaling card about that. And then the last picture up in the right-hand side is Izzy and I reading before bed. We finished this book, so they're really cute. If you guys have little girls that are like 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7, these Wish Fairy books are super cute. We really enjoy them. So while I've been yakking away, I have just about finished this spread, and pretty much I ended up putting a chipboard piece on most everything, or most the 4x6 elements, and then I added those cardstock hearts to all of the other photos, and then that basically completes it. All right, you guys, so that completes this spread for today. I am really happy with how it came out. It's probably not my most favorite spread that I've ever made, but I'm just glad to have my stories documented and in my book. Some of these cards were really fun to work with, especially the stamp set and making my own background paper for a placeholder for pictures. That was really fun. And I like that I was able to find ways to add story to my photos since I only had the 2 journaling cards this week. So I hope you guys feel inspired to get into your project life. Maybe let me know where you're at in your book. Are you working on this year? Are you still in a previous year? Are you weekly? Are you monthly? How are you documenting? If you are doing project life, how are you doing that this year? Yeah, so if you liked this video, I would really love a thumbs up, a like, or a comment down below. And you guys have a really good Valentine's Day tomorrow. I cannot believe that we're already halfway through February. That is crazy. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.